Greetings, fellow travelers. Ragnarok here with a new Warhammer 2 campaign playthrough. This time we will be playing as the Lord Ikit, who, according to the lore, is somewhat of a similar. I was about to say person. That's probably the wrong word here, but he's a similar lord to Guild in a way, ish. In the meaning that he is a very powerful sorcerer, the most powerful of the Skaven, I believe. I'm not. Don't quote me on that though. But he's very powerful sorcerer, and he's the right hand of Lord Morskitter, like Guild is the right hand of Karl Franz. And Ikit is just a crazy dude. He's like half a cyborg, in my opinion. All these cool add-ons in his entourage, and he's doing some really crazy stuff research-wise, and he's just a crazy dude. Let's put it that way. Just to put it up there, he invented the first nuke in the Warhammer universe, as far as I can read, in the Doom Sphere, and then later on the Doom Rocket. So yeah, he's pretty mad, and he's doing some crazy stuff, and in the campaign, he's a cool dude. I played him back in the day when they released him, and he was very overpowered with his new units and techs and stuff, and the implementation of the Skaven Under Empire. But they have nerfed him quite a lot since then, because back then he gained so much experience from fights, and you could really just farm it super crazy fast. But he seems more in a good spot right now, similarly to a lot of the other lords. So I figured I wanted to give him another go. I'm not sure if we will be playing the campaign right after the book here, or according to the book of what we have to do and stuff like that. I kind of like the idea of going to like Ulthuan and do a lot of havoc out there, have some fun, do some stuff we don't need to do, if we can, or even down in Lostria. I haven't really decided yet, but Ulthuan is always a ton of fun. So we'll see how fast we can get there and just do random stuff we don't need to, just for the heck of it. But yeah, so the Skaven Under Empire were established alongside him, which really negates the problem of food. Food were a big issue back in the day, at least in my opinion, to maintain a high surplus of it, because there weren't really too many sources of food income, and it was very important. And once you got armies and big settlements, you started to diminish that food surplus quite fast, and it could quickly become quite a problem. But with the Under Empires, you can really just maintain that super easy. Basically, Under Empires are done by the Warlock hero. So you go out to other settlements and you do an Under Empire where you can do different stuff, like getting gold, spread corruption, spread Under Empires, gain food, gain tech, blow up settlements with the before mentioned Doom Spheres. You can do a lot of different stuff, and we will dive into that once we get into the game. But that's just to cover these three more or less. Skaven corruption is like any other corruption, like chaos and stuff like that. It just spreads and develops rebellions in neighboring provinces, giving them trouble unless they do a lot of Untamed, which they probably do. But this guy also has these super cool Warplock Giselles, which basically is a sniper unit, super cool. And the Rattling Gun Weapons team, basically miniguns. So that's just insane. And then they add the Doom Flares. I would say a different version of the Doom Wheel, but still very interesting. So we also get this, gain access to the Clan Skryre Forbidden Workshop. Now that's a feature only for Clan Skryre, as far as I know. I haven't actually checked the other Skaven factions, but I'm 99.9% sure it's only these guys. And it's an extra feature where you can spend a lot of warp fuel and a lot of food to gain bonuses and benefits for your regiments, your weapons teams, your Doom Flares, your Doom Wheels, and you can do Doom rockets, which are the nuclear missiles, and you also get items the more upgrades you have for your entourage or your regiments. So you get a lot of good stuff from that. But it takes time. You won't get it like that. And there are certain requirements for each step or each tier of the Doom or the Forbidden Workshop. And one of the tiers are pretty hard. Well, not hard, but it's a bit of a nuisance to get on Legendary because of the economy and how it works in Legendary and stuff like that. Because we basically have to get a secondary army pretty early on and get a warp lock. I can't remember the names, but the Lord that is a warlock, basically, to level 15 to unlock the next tier of it. That's probably that's the one I'm the slowest about because of the economy at that point. Because I like to boost Ikit army and it will be quite expensive. But Clan Skryre also has a research buff, and this just goes completely bonkers pretty early in the game and onwards. We'll just get a ton of research rate plus. So most of the research will be done super quick, which is cool in my opinion. Loyalty +2 for new recruits, don't care about that. Loyalty has never really been a difficult issue in my opinion. If you win victories, you get tons of loyalty. If you add items and follows and stuff like that to the lore, they also gain a ton of loyalty, and you really have to lose many times in a row to start dropping loyalty fast enough for it to be a problem, I think. I haven't really got to that point yet. Construction cost, 40% discount for engineering builders. It's like, whatever. Don't care, to be honest. Start the campaign with a Warpstone Doom Rocket. That's super cool, because it will grant us access to attack big settlements immediately, even without the siege equipment. And of course we have the 50% discount for these amazing units, which will be the backbone of Ikit's army. So that's really good to get that discount. And of course, recruit rank +2 for all-skin weapons team. Who doesn't like X ranks? Ooh, I don't know. I like it, so what's not to like here? Pretty good. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And I have played it before, but not after the nerf. Not really, at least. So let's see how it goes. The Chief Warlock of Skryre is back in Skavenblight, following another of his secret-stealing tours of the world. Ikit has returned to be given the position of Chief Emissary of the clan. The bionic Tinker Rat has only one plan on his mind, however: to bring an apocalypse to the world beyond Skavenblight's swampy borders, aided by the most infernal custom-built weapons ever devised. True story indeed. Well, I'm still a bit sick on the second month now, which is a bit annoying, but I'll do my best to try and mute all the coughs and whenever my voice starts to disappearing.
Supreme Warlock Master, your knowledge of science and sorcery is unsurpassed. This is your chance to experiment and make the world your playground of diabolical weaponry. Perhaps the Estalians could be your first test subjects. They may well be harboring a wealth of warpstone, and will surely offer little resistance to a carefully aimed doom rocket. To the north, the Bretonnian dukedoms fight for honor and chivalry. Yet they have a soft underbelly which could easily be exploited by Skryre's under-empire. Many greenskins dwell in the mountains north of Tilea. They do not know it yet, but both they and the Tileans could prove useful fodder in furthering your research. Your workshop awaits you, my lord. Let the power of Warpstone be felt by all through the explosive experiments of Ikit.
Thank you, Mr. Deckard. Going to do the camera settings as always. So they basically want you to aim at Estalia, because that's a pretty easy target for this campaign, especially early on. but I feel like doing it differently. I always want Miragliano. That's a really strong fortress to really hold off all the enemies from over here, to protect Skaven Blight as well. So Tilia is usually my entry point into the campaign. I say usually, I play it once, but I prefer that. I watch other streamers a little bit just to see what it was all about. And without, yeah, none of them, as far as I recall, did something different. They all went straight in and grabbed a barrow. And it seemed like for the first 7 to 10 turns that I watched, that they actually had quite some problems holding this while fighting Istalia and stuff like that. I'm trying to keep it a force, and they seem pretty stalemate for a long, long time. And when they went over here, the head rebellions, Tillians went in there, and they just walked back and forth because then Carcassonne would come down. It seemed like a mess in my opinion. And when I played it, I just farmed the shit out of Tabaro, which I will do again because I feel like that's really, really good. Even though the experience has been nerfed, I checked that and it has. And the way that new lords function. Normally, when the AI recruited new lords, they would stand outside the settlement, so you could hit them, do the battle, make sure the lord survived, so he would flee a bit down here, and then you could still hit the settlement, sack it, hit the dude again, so you could get 2 or 3 fights per turn, which all gives the same amount of experience. So you were just booming in levels early on, which were quite insane, but they fixed that. So now the lords are actually spawning inside the settlements, and you will only get that singular fight, which is fair and a good fix in my opinion. The other thing there were a bit powerful, bit exploitations, but I fumbled a bit around with Miragliano, and first time I took a turn 14, then I took a turn 11, and I actually managed to take a turn 7 in one of my tryouts. But that's really difficult, and there's a bit of RNG into that and how your units put in that siege fight here. And it could easily be lost. I think we'll do something in between turn 7 and 11-ish. Because with the rebellion coming here, we should, yeah. I think we could do something between those two markers, and it shouldn't mean too much. We still get the stuff done, so. And of course, we have the Warlock. Do we get anything cool? Poison attacks, ambush success chance, plus 10% for armies and local ranges. Pretty cool. Ancient Cunning and other stuff we have, that will be 100% guaranteed ambush attack for Ikit Claw. So I actually like that. And poison attacks, it's whatever, but we can be using this Warlock Engineer in melee a few times here and there if we have to. Others might be sending these out to do Under Empire straight away, and I have seen a lot do Under Empire right here. I feel like that's a mistake because when you take the settlement, the Under Empire will disappear and you're wasted money and time. Because there's a 10 turn cooldown in between every established Under Empire. So I have to keep that in mind as well. But I will bring him with the army because he has so many buffs like mobility and all this for our ranged units that we need, and spells of course. So I will bring him with the army or her, whatever. And I will then wait for the Doom Engineer, who also provides a crazy good research building when you apply this Doom Engineer to do a Under Empire. It only takes 3 technologies. We could do this like turn 6, 7-ish or something. And 800, that's pretty damn cheap. And I'll most likely send this guy to London so we can start expanding Under Empires over there, get some vision, see if we can actually start fighting over there for fun. And most important of all, get the Sword of Cain. I would really like to grab that because that's super powerful in Ikit, and we don't really care about allies in this campaign. Then we also have the Forbidden Workshop, There's a lot of boss. We'll check them later. Right now you can just quickly see here, and every one of them have all these cool follower stuff and items that will be added as along the way when you get this stuff. So it's pretty damn nice. And we have some cool stuff here as well. We have 1 out of 5 Doom Rockets. I don't want to build another Doom Rocket right now. I want to buff our dudes here. I think we go for the Red Eye Scopes first. It's a passive, and it adds the ability range up to 70 meters and plus 15% armor piercing missile damage. Once you have a couple of these Warblock G-Sails, they can just snipe big units, singular units, and enemy lords and heroes and stuff like that super fast. So the more the merrier. These guys are really good for sieges and open combat ambushes, stuff like that. They just gun down everything. It will be super cool later on. Warfire throwers, I don't really think we'll get too many of those. I don't care too much. The range is super short as well, but we'll see if we can implement them for fun.
The Doom Wheels!
Doom Wheels, I actually don't do them too much, to be fair. I mostly do flayers. When I play Ikit, I'll probably do Doom Wheels with the other factions because they can't get the flayers, so. But yeah, that is the cool stuff there. Objectives, let's see, short campaign, maintain 50% corruption. Carcassonne, but learn all the woodland realms. We destroy these 4. Vassalage of some capitals and 60 units in total. It'll probably take 120, 150 each turns, I imagine. We didn't get any chapter objectives, that's weird. Let's add this guy here. Increase mobility. Start upgrades straight away. I don't want to do recruitment stuff here because we have the Warpstone Telescope, which adds research rate, food, stuff like that, and recruitment of all these units. We really just want to go for tier 3 here so we can get our weapons teams early on. +2 in the materials, all arms, it's so, but it's not bad, let's put it that way. Extra food, extra income, 10% research, that's basically removing 1 turn per research, I believe. Recruit rank +1 for artillery units, all characters. It's just overall really good. So we'll go for the basic growth and more growth. Growth. And then we get this, that's 1 turn tech. Then we add this, that's about 4 turns or 5 or something. And meanwhile, we should be upgrading the settlement and get the rubbish pits. We can do this. We have 3 techs pretty damn early for the Doom Engineer. Oh, I didn't I pop this? There we go, Red Eye Scopes.
Chief Warlock, Ikit Claw.
So let's begin. Grinding. We should be able to survive this. And we just want to sack it, nothing else. We just want to keep pounding this every single turn for experience.
Bigger warp forges.
And every time we return home to rebuild the army, I'll make it bigger, and then eventually, in a couple of turns, we'll disband these. Next time they should do a Lord. I'm not sure we have to do the first fight. I don't think we do. Which means, yeah, the Doomflayers should survive. So we can just keep grinding this. And as long as we grind it, I did some testing on this as well, because we know the Beastmen are right here. They go raid back and forth here, but they actually won't hit to barrow, at least to when I tried it out. They won't hit to barrow when it's worth nothing. And we hit it every turn and sack it, so it's worth nothing. So luckily, as long as we keep doing that every turn, they won't destroy it and remove our source of income here, because we get a chance of magic items, we get a chance of followers, we get a chance of war fuel, and of course we get a ton of experience and money to fund our constructions in Skavenblight. I can't really remember that, but there's a chance ratio per battle, whatever battle it is, to get a war fuel, which we need to the research. So if we're super lucky, we'll get a lot of that. right when he came out, I felt like I gained a war fuel after every fight, so it just went bonkers pretty fast. But so far, so good. And as per usual, when we play our campaigns, we don't do any public order stuff in our capital and stuff like that because we want the rebellions. For a lot of experience and stuff like that. And initially, I wanted the rebellions to grow to full-size stacks so that we had a chance of grabbing the siege equipment to hit Miragliano early on, but I then found out that the Doom Rocket is actually enough. You can go straight in as long as you have a Doom Rocket, so that's pretty cool. Let's see here. We should be able to do this without losing the Doom Flare. Whew, got down to 1. That's a bit dangerous. Should probably have fought that ourselves. I think we'll fight the next one because they'll add a lord 3, 4, maybe 5 times before they run out of money, or do the lords at their capital and do big stacks there. So the next one we'll definitely fight ourselves against the lord, because otherwise we'll lose the Doom Flares. And we don't want to do that. Doom Flares are quite crucial. Got a mechanic. Doesn't hurt, but it's not fantastic either. So far no items, that's a bit sucky. I like to go for Ancient Cunning, but I don't think we need it early on, so we should probably get Blastmaster. Ammunition and reload time, yeah. But I tell you, Ikit Claw got some insane movement. If we get out here and March stands in the water for a couple of turns, he gets sea legs. If we force march a lot, we get more movement. I even believe if we do underway for many turns, he gets more movement. And then there's followers, and this guy, this person here, thing, has movability as well. And we can add a couple of these into the army, because I believe they still stack the bonuses and stuff like that. So we can initially move from like here to all the way up here, or something like that. It's pretty crazy how far you can actually move. So that's a lot of good stuff to look at there as well. And let's begin with that. Kind of want the replenishment there. Oh, we gained a war fuel. I didn't even see that. Now we can boost our rattling crew as well. So we're going to rinse repeat a bit here, and then we'll be hitting the rebels. I think it's about turn 6, 7-ish. The rebels will spawn. We can see here in 4 turns actually. So I feel like we keep hitting to Barrow, then we deal with the rebellion and see to our army. And we'll probably sail across here. It takes forever to go through this, unless we do underway, of course. And then we'll try and do our siege after the rebellion hits. Because they will stop doing these lords, and at some point they will be sending up stacks to try and defend it, or turn us away, unless the beastmen stay. That's like 50-50 if they stay, in my opinion. Oh, now we got this one. Flaming attacks and 12% missile damage. But you have to put it on him. So we can't really get it this turn. But yeah, eventually they'll go through here, up here, come with like a stack or 2. Unless the beastmen decide to stay and fight them off or deter them. But as soon as we hit the rebels and go over here, the beastmen, if they're still around, they'll go for Skryre and destroy it. So then we'll lose our great source of income. So easy win, but this guy is super low. He will definitely die to the Lord. We can't have that. That's just a no-go. probably speed up the fight, and I will definitely disband the Skaven slaves next turn. I don't know if other people like to do Skaven slaves. I feel like they hurt the army more than they benefit. Because their routing will just start mass routes, and they can't hold anything, they can't do anything, they don't do any damage, they barely even soak up enemy fire, in my opinion. So I don't feel like benefiting much from them. Got 1,000 damage here, so that's pretty crazy. Let's activate this just to make it easier for the rattlings. You will take quite a beating from Lupio if you're getting close. Still a caster after all. I think the trees are actually pretty annoying here.
Worthy of Skryre. Ready. Clan rats. Good. Clan rat spears. Revolving time. What orders? Advance retreat. Contraptions. Scissor. Rattling a gun. Faster stop. Fire. Nasty things die.
Da, 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 da. Just want to get some experience hits in here. Every little tick is worth a lot of experience for the intertwined regiments here. Doomflow is just pushing him away. Okay, there we go. Anybody else? I guess it's fine. Auto Resolve will just give these guys so much power. And the powerful units are always in line of being the first to be demolished. Curtis Frankenwerter. It's pretty good. Every time they add a lord, we get a grand from the fight. Good amount of food. Grand. Yay, finally. Warlock augmented weapon. Melee attack weapon strength enables magical attack. I think we already had that, but I'll take it. Can always put it on one of the other dudes if we need to. Still pretty nice to get this. Ooh, artifact hunter. Yes, please.
Chief Warlock Ikit.
Well, maybe we didn't. Now for sure we have magical attacks. Burnt, and now we also do flaming attacks because of the augmented weapons. That works really well in cohesion there. It's pretty damn cool. Get the red one. I really like that. We got some really good stuff.
No devastation like Ikit.
Yeah, get rid of you.
Yes.
Well, one thing I would be willing to do with Skaven slaves is public order if it's actually a problem somewhere in a campaign. I could definitely be arguing to accept Skaven slaves, not spears, Skaven slaves in an army just to hold the rebellion through military crackdown. But that's absolutely it. Absolutely only function, in my opinion. So we picked the second tech here now. That was 4 turns, so that's 5 in total. Or maybe, yeah, so that's turn 6 because we had to wait 1 turn. And Skaven Blight will upgrade soon. Then we do the Rubbish Pit. Yeah, so like turns 8, I think. We'll be able to purchase a Doom Engineer. I kind of would recommend going for the provincial capitals. It doesn't have to be a Doom Engineer, but it's just cool to get the good stuff at the good capitals. But I would always recommend going for the big capitals like Altdorf, Marienburg, Lothen, Nagarond, whichever big settlement that has a port or just a F ton of income. Also the dwarf capital of Black Arm Pass or whatever they're called. Because you can do percentages of the settlement's income. So definitely go for the capitals of factions, where you can just get a good amount, a good chunk of money. At least that's my 2 cents on it. We don't want public orders, we just go for money here. Just build that up. We got a third one. I think we're a bit lucky getting a third. We got up to 2, so we could demolish it, but I think we want to keep going here. We could do flaming. I think we actually kill him ourselves. I want this to get to 4 before we go for RagnaroK. So it's better to be safe. If we auto hit, we'll probably drop 1 again. I don't want that. It's a key unit. Would have to deal with a lot of bad rat army boys on RagnaroK. That's a bit of a problem. I think the first time I waited for gun crews, which made the battle really easy. Don't really think I'll do that this time though.
Quick, fast! Scamper! Run, chase! Wheel to win!
Knock those together. I think we do a double here. Blast them to hell. Good, he went back for him. Smack out, dude. We have to watch out for friendly fire too. But the trees are so annoying here.
Deck devices charged! Storm Demon!
Divert, yeah.
Ikit claw! Quick bow!
Let's try and get away from him. We don't want to take too many hits here.
Warblock Desires! Skryre's wrath! Slice, dice! Warp lightning! Attack charge! Doomfire! Death deal!
Technically, we can't use this on enemy lords, but I think we can break him here. I want some experience for the blue players too. No friendly fire, please.
So good. Step forward.
So we can shoot at him.
Warlock Jediles.
Go for some of these guys while we wait. I don't mind getting experience in these as well. Splat. Come on. Okay, my dudes are getting out of range. Let's get the flayers over there. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Zit. Splat. Great deal of friendly fire there, luckily, and not enough to kill a model. Philip Roxburger. But yeah, they probably have a main stack and a secondary stack at Estalia now. So I highly doubt they can keep affording to pump out these bad boys here and fuel our coffers with gold.
My blade is never outsmart you. See?
Arm of Destiny, Talisman of Preservation. I'm just throwing in some cool suggestions here, in case you want to give us more cool stuff. No? God damn it. I would definitely wear the Arm of Destiny over this one, if possible at least.
Tinker these trinkets.
Another artifact hunter. Let's see.
Move.
Rebellion, 4 turns. Alright, so let's do the Blast Master.
There are labrats with more loyalty.
And when we can't do mobility, we start buffing all our range stuff.
Chief Warlock, Ikit
I think. Well. Oh, they went straight up to 4 there. Okay. Kinda don't feel like I want to do another crew here. 6 turns before we can do that. That's 10 turns. Ugh. That's a bit much. It's kind of weird. Back in the day, we were always shown when we gained a warp fuel. Now I feel like it's just added. Or maybe I'm just completely missing it. I would normally do this little electric gimmick, and then we would see that we gain it. I'm probably just missing it. I kind of hope the Beastman stays in the area, even though it's good experience when they send over armies. But it can become pretty hairy when they come in with a couple of stacks when you're over here fighting at the brink of extinction to get Miragliano, and you don't want to wait too long, then the settlement will be higher tier. And for some reason Miragliano gets a ton of what are they called? Mortars. Like so many, and mortars are just fantastic at defenses. Really good at hitting the walls and stuff like that. It's probably something in the lore, I imagine, because I don't recall any other settlements have that amount of mortars as that settlement does. So they didn't put any more dudes into this, sadly. So now we'll just grind it.
Which kill device to use?
Still good for food though, like really good. If we can build that up to a maximum, that's quite brilliant. Banner Verminous Scurrying. Lose 4 melee defense, gain 10 speed. Nah. Like, speed would be nice on these guys, but losing the melee defense, I'm not too sure about that. For speed,
Steel things.
will speed ever be that needed?
In motion.
Oh, and as we spoke about, followers with movement. Thank you so much. That's really good.
Science, sorcery, death.
Fantastic.
Engineer of Skryre.
So far so good. Yeah, 3 turns. Let's turn 8.
No devastation.
Then we can be here
Like
turn
Ikit's
9. Then
devastation. Yes,
probably
yes.
hit at turn 10. And if we're super lucky, I actually tried that once. They moved out their army, but I also think they used to fight Satosa, and they don't anymore. Yeah, now we gained the war fuel again. I'm 100% we didn't see anything this time around.
Flay and slay.
So we need level 2 Forbidden Workshop. That's probably going to take some time. Let's see, kill 1,000 enemies, treasure 1,500, ensure the fallen building has been constructed. Warpstone tractor beam. Okay, use Doom Rocket in battle. Upgrade, +5 warp fuel canisters. Warpstone tractor beam.
Ikit's rockets are best.
Well, before we do a Doom Rocket, I would like to get the 25% chance. I'm rarely lucky with it, but you can actually save a lot here, so we might as well do it. And we're grinding food. I believe 80 is the max for us right now, so might as well pop that while we keep grinding food. And then we need 4 for more Doom Rockets. We can only fire off 1 per battle though, so keep that in mind so we don't just spam this. The additional damage over time is really good, because the mushroom cloud that disappears after the initial hit where it kills off a lot of dudes will actually make the ground poisonous for a couple of seconds, and I've seen a lot of kills go through that when the AI runs across that, so pretty damn powerful. But I feel like we're doing a bit of a more safe approach by not going for it turn 7. Because going turn 7, we would do the Brink of Extinction battle here. It's 50-50 whether we die or win. If we win, splendid. If we lose, campaign's over, more or less. But by winning this, we won't have many dudes left, and the rebellion stack will be massive in the meantime. And the chance of the beastmen actually destroying the rebels are pretty slim. And then there's also the factor, if you try to go over here, Stallions will pop up. The Tillians will send up a stack from Lucini, because they definitely have a stack down there as well, so it could quickly become quite haywire. But at the same time, you should have, or get, to a point where you have a lot of rattling crews, ancient cunning, so you basically get the ambush battles every time, which is super fun just to see the complete mauling and destruction of enemy armies when you have a ranged craziness army. But let's not get there yet. Let's see if we can survive early game first. We're also getting a ton of buffs here, so that's also great.
Blacklisted. Kill at once.
So we can get more ammunition or missile damage. Ammunition is probably better. We're getting a F-ton.
Exosuit ready. Time to eat leaders. Enemies to track. Skryre consumes you.
item in the game. So hoping for a Talisman of Preservation early on, that would be so good. It would really help us. Dragonbane gem? I don't really see why they even made this item, to be honest. Like, it's so bad, it's actually insane. So bad. I'd rather put it on this guy just to... Oh, he can't even have that. Oh, yes, he can. Put it on this guy because there's other crap, and I'd rather have the chance of Ikit getting more. 2 turns. So that's turn 8, then 9, 10-ish, 11 maybe. Maybe we actually hit 11. Maybe that's what I did. Like the first time. At least we seem pretty lucky on the war fuel canisters. Normally I would just do the tech on the Doom Flares and the Doom Wheel to get the followers and equipment. Because some of the stuff is actually pretty damn cool. Ooh, he's right next to it. But he didn't destroy it, and he definitely could. So at least we get 1 more hit, and then maybe he destroys it. I don't know. At least we would be able to search ruins then. Hit the rebels, go for Miragliano, and then we come full circle. Stalia has to be close with support now. Unless the Beastmen are here. We should actually hit to Barrow next turn. And look to see if Bilbali has been destroyed, because then the Beastmen main stack is up here, and they might be going for Carcassonne. I won't really see them too much again. I never did this, but I kind of feel like we could actually backstab the dude hiding here. It's a really small stack, free experience, and Beastmen will be destroyed sooner or later. We backstab an ally. Or not an ally, but a friendly. But again, why shouldn't we? Experience, money, stuff like that. We could even allow the Lord to live and just keep grinding him. Yeah, +4. I think we're at the max now. Trickster shot. I'm not a fan of it. I would love if we would gain the I can't remember the name, but there's this arcane stick or whatever they let's hold that thought. Mobility? Yeah, let's just do mobility. We can't give it to him.
My brain is never out.
The arcane item. That's an arcane item. It's blue. I've completely forgotten the name, but it does this black mist thing, and the damage output from that bad boy is crazy. It kills an F ton of units, and it's so valuable on the front line, and or even better when you hit siege defense battles where the AI lines up a lot of dudes. It's just crazy how many kills you got from it. Imagine if we had gotten that on a Talisman of Preservation. I would go straight in. I think I'll remove it because I don't really need it. Ground enemy. Affects enemy in range. Could be kind of cool to ground enemies within the 500 meter range. Effect range 40 meter. Yeah, that's a cast range. But 500 meters, that's pretty decent. And to lock down a blob of units in front of our range units could be pretty cool. But we won't need it for a siege battle, so I'll remove it for now. We can always put it back on later. I want the chances to be there. Sadly, we can't see the Beastmen. Let's have a quick look here. 62, they're way stronger than us. So I'm pretty happy. What with everyone?
So,
Chile, still no enemies. I really like them to get an enemy. Chitubaro Gulbal is still standing. So the main beast stack could be nearby.
More warp stone.
We have Rebellion next turn. I think we stay on the... Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Bye-bye movement. Okay, that's good enough, but I think... because I went here, the Rebellion probably come over here. That's a bit annoying. Quite annoying, actually. That was a mistake. Should probably have stayed in the current area. But let's get Deviant's plans just for the speed, so we can get the Doom Engineer right after. I don't think there's... Oh, there's still room. Perfect. Then we're good. We could even milk them. We could allow their lord to live. He should be gaining units for some turns. But if we hit him once, let him live, and he flees over here, the Beastman will destroy him. So I don't know. We could also just grind him twice. I kind of want to hit this guy, to be totally honest. I'm just a little bit worried. Where's the big guy? The big guy I don't want to fight. There we go. So it paid off to be patient here. Tilia versus the Pirates of Satosa, so Lucini are probably using their stack. If we're lucky, we can get Melactiano to move their stack out while we clear up all this. And if we're super lucky, we can do a little sneak attack and straight in due to the Doom Rockets and only fight a garrison. That would be amazing. Then we won't even lose that many units. That's kind of a freebie. But I really want to hit these guys, man. That's free experience. We could hit it like twice or something.
Against council orders.
Such a weak army. We could allow this guy to live.
Tinker, tinker. Attack, attack.
Oh, we got an ambush. And judging by the angle we attack, I think we allow him to live. He should flee closer to our settlement. Of course, he will get more units, but I think we allow him to live. Then we hit the settlement, and then we have to do some thinking. Do we want to fight the Beastmen? Will the Beastmen come for us? Because as long as Clan Skryre are tier 2 and not tier 3, it's pretty damn weak. Probably won't be siege for too long.
Tail yours. For the Vermintide.
Just want the spears to hit the big brat.
Guide us, Horned One.
Big boys in front to tank. Female, I guess.
Guide us, Horned One.
Just put them here. They can cover the entire thing. This guy to cover that.
Yes, yes. Sky things. Land rats. What? Yes, yes. Time to die.
Yeah, shoot actually.
Warp lightning. Attack, attack. Casting death pain. What orders? Create. Ready. Clan rats. Tails forward.
Okay, I think we got this under control. Oh, we got an F ton of menaces from below, so let's backstab them too.
Storm achievement primed. Storm Demon, now!
Oh shit, okay. Where's over here? I need to break Morphic here.
Ready, ready! Our tail's yours! Skryre! Clan rats! Fight, fight!
Well, we could actually kill him
Murder, kill, kill!
for the money and experience. Red Ogres will survive and some other dudes here. I think we'll actually kill him. Maybe we'll get a new lord to kill if we're even luckier.
Move, run! Warlock Jezels! Clan rats! Yes, we must be ignored.
There are plenty of guys running away here. There we go. That's the money. It's actually a little bit scary how many of his army actually got away. Look at that. Barely touch his army. We just killed the money dude. So that army will be doubled next turn, unless we hit it again. I kinda wanna risk it, just to see if we get another lord to kill. We can destroy them pretty easily, I think.
My brain is never outsmarted. See?
Oh, we can actually hold a lot of food. Money, money, money. Item. Potion of strength, I'll take that. Good outburst of damage when we have to fight enemy lords.
No use for this
Take
flesh.
treasury.
Scurry for! Chief Warlock, Ikit Claw!
We're not really close to rank 7 stuff yet. We don't have Doomwheel, Doomflayer. It's actually armor as well. So Doomflayers could be a bit tougher. Should we do that or should we go for spells? Could also buff him up, thinking of our upcoming fight. Maybe we should do that. Let's make him tanky for Miragliano. So do it a bit weird here. I will actually let them live.
Die, die, die! Set suit to war, height mode!
Did it push it down? Did we get an item? Yes, we did. It did push. Scroll of power. Go to recharge.
Steel
It's okay.
all things.
Rather keep grinding though. There we go. Engineering student. Yes, please. +5 armor for all our dudes.
No devastation. devastation, like Ikit's devastation. Yes, yes.
8% hit points. How much do we need for this super cool one? 2 skill points. Replenishes hit points of combatants plus 12 melee. It's so sick. I'm glad we chose this path. Magic and fire resistance. We'll do the damage and health, and then the big second wind serum.
More warpstone. Now, now!
I think remove this. Chance of getting something better. Engineering student. Man-thing slave.
Victory!
Is he nearby though? Clan rat shit. Should we boost clan rats just for the sake of the fight? That's 12 turns. We're not waiting 12 turns. Let's get casualty replenishment. Let's do it right.
They do come. Magic missile. Find warpstone.
My objective or target will be Lothan. I really want to go and fight on Lothan. Could be fun. So we could wait and see if we could spot out the main stack. Let's see. The Heaven Hill Bibali, it's actually upgrading. I just wonder where they are. It'll be pretty cool to hit this guy. I think we would have to let him live, right? Everybody hates them.
Storm demon.
Let's be complete dicks. I don't care. We are Skaven.
All things
And they'll die pretty fast. That's guaranteed. I don't want to kill it off. I want to grind it. So we can't exploit anymore, so we'll do our own exploits here. But I never really played too much around Horde factions. I don't like Horde thing. So I don't know, if we kill the dude, the Horde dies. I feel like we have to kill his regiments and let him live. So we won't get much gold, but we'll get chances to hit him again. Maybe even an underway hit or something like that.
death device is charged. Clan rats. Ready, ready.
Oh, hello.
Ikit claw. Casting death pain.
Not bad.
Die, die, die. Skaven scourge.
Well, they're sniping the big boy pretty quick.
I feel your worthy of Skryre. Sizzle die. Warpstone magic.
I could stop them, but I kind of don't want to.
Scudba forward.
We'll let him flee. Let's put it that way. I think his army is about to break, so... I'll just kill what can't be killed.
Warlock engineer. Spell casting. Doomflayer. At once.
If we can make them rout so he won't come back to be sniped.
Infernal weapons. Hasten, hurry. What orders? Rattling gun? Ikit claw!
I'll shoot you in your face. God damn it. Again.
Storm demon! Now! Magic's ready! Unleash more power! For the Vermintide! Warlock engineer! Warlock comply!
Give him a little sap in the ass here.
For the Vermintide!
I think.
Ikit claw!
No?
Run, chase! Skryre, yes, yes!
Just the other way so we don't snipe him.
Doom
Just
fire.
grind his army a bit. Pretty fine, pretty fine. Alright, so there's a big chance he'll try and underway away from us. And we get the interception, and if we take that, we kill him off. And as I said in the last playthrough, I believe they did fix where you could actually hit AI armies more than twice per turn without them dying, unless they were in forced march stance. Pretty confident they fixed that, yeah.
Claw has no equal.
We'll leave that actually. 9 food. Holy shit, we're getting up there. Pretty damn good. The more the better. Channeling staff. Oh, that's even worse than the other one.
No use for this flesh.
Bold.
Chief Warlock, Ikit claw.
Metric. Let's remove that.
There are lab rats with more loyalty. More warpstone. Now!
We won't intercept them from here, that's for sure, but I want to replenish a little bit and be sure I can hit this and send this guy in to scout out the big army.
curses! The doom comes! Engineer of Skryre! Murder! Death! Kill! Tinkerer needs trinkets. Slicey, dicey death! My brain is never outsmarted. See? No point! Think the side again! Clan Skryre! No devastation like Ikit's devastation. Yes, yes! Which kill device to use, hmm? Skryre consumes you! Skaven Blight revels in this victory! Blacklisted! Kill at once! Test subjects! Ikit Claw! Scamper Scurry! Run, rats! Skryre required elsewhere. Weaklings detected. Read warp scroll. This way. Say, move! Storm Demon! Mass destruction! Steel things, all things. Warp lightning! Victory! Exosuit ready! Retreat! Tinker! Annihilate! Warlock engineer! Close in on death targets! Eat and repair, heal! Flesh, the best medicine. Skavenbright's greatest, best inventor. My brain is never outsmarted. See? Bigger warp forges! Progress, yes! Now, forward, now! Flay and slay! Where are my schematics? Candidate for weapons testing. Ikit cloth has no equal. Fight later! Enemies in sights! Science, sorcery, death! Cogs in motion! Much suffering pain to be had. Warlock of Death! Quick mode! Rikarak! To the Vermintide! What? Ikit Claw! Guide us, Old One! Halt! Stop! Slay! Stab! Death device is charged! Wields the winds! Warp lightning! Storm demon! Now! Our tile's yours! Halt! War systems on! Rattling a gun! Agreed, yes! Doomflayer! Agree, Rick! Skaven Blight revels in this victory! Sate the black hunger, minions! Chief Warlock, Ikit Claw! Science, sorcery, death! Team on death targets! consumes you. Tinker, tinker. Bigger warp forges. My brain is never outsmarted. See? The doom comes. Nobody, nothing. Magic missile. Rest now. Yes, yes. Exosuit ready. Clan Skryre! Engineer of Skryre!
Praise Sigma!
More warpstone! Enemies in sights!
The Empire! I refuse.
Melts them, eats them like soup. Ikit claw! Travel now, now! Cloaking. Speak before... Stink of betrayal strong. More warpstone! Now, now! Despoil! Retreat! Fight later! Attack! Attack! This arms race, no contest.
Wow, that was a bad mute. Didn't press the button hard enough. Excusez-moi. Scrying stone, damage resistance, ambush success.
Victory! Blacklisted. Kill at once.
So good. Let's just get that.
The doom comes.
It's mostly melee, but we won't have the ambush.
Devastation. Yes, yes. Skavenbright's greatest, best inventor.
I don't know.
Kill targets now.
I don't think we have that much firepower. Get a lot of food from it. So yeah, let's do 5, that's fine.
Much suffering pain to be.
It would be pretty good to win this one. Then we have negated them. Then Rebellion next turn and we wipe it out in 2 hits, hopefully. And then back to the Miragliano. Luckily there's no real elevation here. Elevation sucks for our army.
Guide us, Horn One. Clanrat spears. What? Clan rats. Skryre's wrath.
Good stuff.
Doomslayer. Tail slashers.
Ooh, they fixed it, finally. Like 2 years after or something. You always paid for 1 more menace per load than you get. But we paid for 5 and we actually got 5, that's awesome. Now I sure hope I don't have to spend our only nuke here. We really need to preserve that because we need 3 fuel or 2 fuel for 1 more. It's not the most difficult to get, but I'd rather not. Even though we could kill an F-ton. Let's see if we can grind them down around our big boy here. I think we have elevation problems though.
War systems on.
I don't like you running around.
Kill! Our tail's yours. Yes. Our tail's yours.
I'll go in the offensive here.
Infernal weapons.
Oh, he was turning the wrong way. Sucks.
Doomslayer. Pretty. Skryre. Warp blades out. Ikit claw.
Get a massive blob here. Freaking hammer here.
Field for win.
Spell to boot. Freaking dude got in there.
Doomslayer. Die. Clanrat spears. Ready. Ikit claw.
Should have blocked more here.
Cast. Where is Skryre? Tech moving. Going locked.
This is not good.
New contraptions at hand. Warp lightning.
These guys are still going ham, but we are locked down here. I don't like that. Got decent surrounds.
Doomslayer.
Definitely got those. I really want to use my menace below on the range units, but I feel like we have to support our dudes here. We can pull these guys out behind it.
Skryk. March Scotty, yes. Onwards. Spell casting. Rattling your gun. Very good, master.
Freaking had a concealment bomb. Let's try and nuke the big boy.
Storm demon. Now. Warp stone magic. What orders? What?
This is good. We're still hammering them. I'll deal with them. Flank, not so good though.
Warlock engineer.
These freaking guys getting close.
Doom and destruction. Clan rats. What orders?
No, actually,
Get to the lead.
break them over here.
Skryre kill. Death kill. Clan advance.
Yeah, this is good. Drop that. Keep shooting at that. Kill the big boy. Shoot these in the back.
Find Warpstone. Quick, quick. Horned rats will. Casting death. Hey.
Oh, my freaking doom wheels never got there.
Time to die.
Flank, big hit,
Kill all
right down there.
Great, great. Yeah.
And we'll get in there.
Now, yes. Rattling your gun.
Let's see, 10 gold Sharon, so they would survive.
Clan rats. I'm now ready. Yes, yes. Fight, attack. Skaven, yes, yes. Undying loyalty, master. Council's command. Warlock Jezzails. Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
I want to grind them out a bit. Few mistakes, but we got the W. I'm pretty happy about that.
Ah, tail slashers. Skaven, yes, yes.
Probably lost a ton of dudes during that fight as well, though. To be completely honest. But it's all good and dandy. Because Estalia has no army left. Have to rebuild, and I believe we can replenish quite fast. While moving over to set up shop near Miragliano again. The obvious choice here is, now you should really go and kick the asses of the Estalians and grab all their settlements when it's easy. Maybe even wipe out the Beastmen in the process, get a lot of experience. I'm actually convincing myself right now. But Miragliano is so nice to get right now. That's a powerful enemy to have in your backyard. Then again, Margarita, easy pickings. Bali, Beastmen, probably going into Carcassonne. What else would come down? Pyrrhic. Felt like that was a good one. Our dudes were quite experienced too. From what? I don't know. Nah, I think the choice have to be Tilia. I have to remove them. Also to get a big port settlement.
Skaven Blight revels in this victory.
We regained all our food. Nice money.
Destruct sequence countdown.
Basically have most of the scepters except the one I want. At least it feels like that.
Ikit claw.
Oof, need to replenish better than that. Rebellion next turn.
Victory.
public order from the Pox Cauldron. Plans within plans. Plague Priests. I don't think we need Plague Priests. I think I'd rather have this actually. Boom, let's just get it. Get that money swelling and growing. We'll do a double hit straight up on the rebels, I feel like. We don't want that threat there. And we need to replenish. Beastmen could actually go back for Magritta, now that they don't have any defenders. Didn't buy a lord. And the economy can't be too good then. Unless they brought him back home, of course.
Small brain rats stand no chance.
Another Prey Herd, we'll probably never see that.
Test subjects.
As we call it, the Experience Herd.
All things die.
We'll do it ourselves, otherwise I'm pretty sure our regiment of renowned rattling gun crew will be demolished. We'll just send in the big guy to preserve numbers. With his healing and the gunners behind, it should be fine. Just spamming stuff.
Rattling a gun. Grand Skryre. Death devices charged. Worthy of Skryre. Ikit.
See if it works.
Game.
He threw a spell at his own dudes. Just pound them with everything.
Ikit claw!
Throwing spells left, right, and center here. Remove the big damage dealers, as we're going to also resolve the killing blow here. I might even not even be able to catch them. Nope. Okay. Knife. Silver Share and Ogres. It's not good. It's not good. I think we can alter it. We should get some decent replenishment since we're fighting Skaven. It's basically damage dealers all around. It's pretty annoying actually.
Never outsmart you. See?
Oh, now we get something. Talisman of Preservation. Yeah, thank you. Come on. Ah. That's a bad one.
Sate the black hunger, minions. Chief Warlock, Ikit claw.
Death, Doomflare, Doomwheel, Catapults, Warfare, Rattling Gun, Warblock. Yeah. Check.
There are lab rats with more loyalty. Engineer of Skryre.
Should be a straight up wipe.
Skryre consumes you.
Good. Didn't lose anyone there.
Flesh, the best medicine. My technocracy.
Ooh, Storm Vermin. That's actually handy. Really handy. Whip Smart. Otherwise. It's actually nothing for artillery. Well, they're in here. Well, let's get stand or die.
Victory! Clan Skryre! Annihilate! Steel things, all things.
I have like 15 Man-Thing slaves now.
Skavenbright's greatest, best inventor!
I feel like we've boosted everything except spells. Not sure I want any of those. We'll probably start working on the magic now, I guess. On the other hand, we also have the power to do this. Whoa. Plus 50% chance to acquire war fuel after battle. Not bad. Concentrated flame ammunition, increased range and anti-large, 12%. Damn. That's only for him though, but it's still good. We need 2 points, so it'll probably be these two. Yeah, why not?
No devastation like Ikit's devastation. Yes, yes. Slicey, dicey death.
I kinda want the additional damage. And that. Let's do that. Alright. So I think turn 15 we hit to Barrow, and then we start move across here for the big fight. So we don't waste too much time.
Magic missile.
So this will probably be my slowest Melakiano take, but I think we got a lot out of it. We gained so much experience by doing it this way. I feel that we are in a better position than if we had attacked turn 7. Because we have so much power on Ikit Claw right now. Just lack. Well, we could have gotten some better items, but can't complain too much either. We did get the rock thing after all. That's pretty good. It's rock solid.
Fight me, die in pain, pain.
Wow, is that a peace offering? God damn. That's high. Very weak though. He has no money, so you gotta get it. Screw you. I would do it for 5-10 grand. And hit him again in 10 turns when the cooldown is over.
Feel later.
It's possibly good, but let's wait and see. Let's wait a little bit. Let's cook that idea for now.
Warlock, fire. Rest now. Yes, yes. Warp lightning. Attack, attack.
Must be annoying to be hit every time. Oh, we got an item. Pigeon freaking plucker. Kidding me?
More warpstone. Now, now.
Alright, so
Science,
that's
sorcery.
about it for now. Let's start moving. To make Melakiano we go. Punishment looks good. We definitely get these. We'll wait till next turn. No reason to pay the upkeep yet. So obviously they're rebuilding their army. Maybe they retook the barley. Beastmen hopefully continued through Petronian country alongside that other Ripperhorn Brayherd or something. So I imagine we have a couple of turns here. Oh, look at that. Just as I predicted several turns ago. The Beastmen destroyed Bilbali. We have wrecked Tabaro and the armies, the money were weak. I wouldn't be surprised if Magritta will actually be razed to the ground here, and the Beastmen will be demolished to a tiny little herd. So hopefully we can play our cards right. Grab Miragliano, leave Lucini up for now, go straight for the Beastmen. Especially if they come to Tabaro. Then we can wipe out the Beastmen, good experience, and just grab the ruins if we have the food for it. Search the ruins for crazy stuff through puzzles. Carcassonne might even be expanding behind them, so we'll see. Oh, we got that as well. Good. We're actually getting another freaking rebellion. Yes, we are. God dang it! I want to move. Oh, they're also getting a rebellion.
Magic missile.
Kinda need to deal with that rebellion.
Test subjects.
Don't I?
The clan needs new, better rulers.
We can do
Parry
it.
mode.
Okay, so they move the big guy away, half stack, and they're both mustering one outside. Yeah, this is how cute to go.
Engineer
Stay for
of
recruit? I
Skryre.
don't think so. We go. Trespassing? Yes. Imminent rebellion? Yes. That can be dangerous. Now we actually don't want... Oh, this is a tough one. So do we want to ambush for free experience? Or do we want to fight straight or fight them outside? Outside we can get to the mortars pretty easily. With menace from below and all that. And we have the range. I actually think we want to fight them outside the settlement because we can send in Ikit to a big blob and just drop a nuke on every dude he can attract to him. Yeah, we're probably better off in the open. But I have seen the ally, or the AI, I mean, flee from such battles before. I actually don't think we want an ambush. Oof. Which one is hostile environment? We could still do a sacking run for fun. Be a pain in the butt to hold at least, that's for sure. Maybe the pirates would take it over. Or grab it, rather.
The doom comes.
Establish Warlock Laboratory. Boom. Very first under Empire. Alright, 20 out of 100 to be discovered. And we got this bad boy. Experience per turn plus 50 for Warlock Engineers faction wide. Research rate 10%. And all that good stuff. Now I almost go for the same stuff every time. Always need some food. And then I want the 20% income. So that negates the food. That's 60 if we go for both. And we definitely want this. The 5% chance per turn to expand. The 5% is actually crazy good for some reason. So that puts us on 80 and -2 food. Negative food is not that great, but I think we can play around that for now. So we can get 200 consequent, whatever the word is, or 25%, no, 20% of 2 grand. But I know this will be like 4 grand or more at some point, so it's better to get the 20%. Let's do all that for now. Alright, I actually didn't muster too many here. Let's see, they actually have an enemy.
Aranessa salt spite. Shall we cut a deal? Or shall I cut your throat?
Hi. I don't really want the non-aggression, I'd rather take money. Can we actually get a grand for something we want to do anyways? No, we cannot. 800 in pocket money.
Don't you dare.
Guess we have to kick this one in as well.
You will be flogged.
No. 500 pocket money.
We're shipshape.
I don't really want the non-aggression, that's why. I want her settlement. It's pretty good.
More warpstone!
Not likely.
That's a lot of range. I didn't up the garrison. But I still feel like an outside battle would be better. Right. 2 range plus a dude. Lot of range. Mortars. Tons of range. I feel like we should just be running at them. Ikit in front, of course, and then just everybody runs at them. All our range dudes will pile in. I think this is the better one. Inside a settlement, we would have to deal with this bajillion of range firepower. Plus the mortars. We even have the high ground of forest. Maybe we can lure them in here. We can even drop the nuke on them, but I don't think we have to. I feel like this battle is probably as good as it gets, and we'll do all the menace from below here. Because we'll get all the food back and get to 100. And whoever runs will fortify the settlement. That gives us 2 battles. If we make sure Dino Salve survives, that'll give us 3 battles. Because then we can hit this battle, hopefully win. Hit the settlement, hopefully win and sack it. Hopefully in reach for this guy and kill him. Only thing is I didn't check our movement. But we got a lot of battles coming in. But before this determining battle for the campaign, intermission. Stay tuned.